Hola, I'm Shivang Dave. I'm one of the senior fellows, and I'm not a tomato plant, although my head is shiny like one. And I'm going to talk about Team Cell, which I've started with my friend Herman for the last 3 years, and a lot of collaborators. So this is a comic of Calvin and Hobbes, and Calvin is telling Hobbes, if people sat outside and looked at the stars each night, I bet they would live a lot differently. This quote was kind of an inspiration for us, because we decided to look at our project a little differently, and look at the stars, and from that we think we can impact the way people live their lives. So if you look at this picture, it's actually a picture of the stars taken by the Hubble Deep Field Telescope. And we asked the question, what can astronomy teach us about detecting disease in blood? And if you look at this picture, it kind of looks the same, but it's blood cells looked at with a microscope. And so we've realized that microscopy could tell us a new way to study blood cells. Typically, when you look at blood cells, you look at very magnified cells on a surface, and you see cells that are important for cancer, cells you don't care about, and other things in the field of view you don't really care about. But if you kind of look farther away, and farther away, and farther away, you start seeing a lot of cells all at once. And similar to how astronomers look at stars all at once. And this is actually the way we've approached our imaging technology. And if we do this, we can actually look at 1 million cells a second, which is pretty phenomenal. And we decided to ask, well, what to do with this, and what astronomy taught us, how to make this technology. And it basically taught us to see cells faster, in a more simple way, with less cost. And what can you do with such a technology? How can we improve disease management? And we asked a different kind of question outside the box. What can we learn from coffee? So if you want to get coffee here in Madrid, you go to Faborit, you go to the Italian machine, the person makes your coffee, and you get your coffee. Many steps involved. And what Nespresso did was allowed you to get your coffee at home very quickly, and you didn't even have to grind the coffee. You just put in a packet, and you push a button, and you have your coffee. And we asked the same question about healthcare. If you go get a checkup, you get your blood drawn, the blood is moved from one part of the hospital to another part of the hospital, the sample's prepared, analyzed, and then the doctor finally gets the results. This actually takes days of time, requires a lot of technicians, and is very expensive. And our technology will shorten this gap, similar to Nespresso. So we're Nespresso for blood. We've built a prototype. It's outside, so we invite you to come see it. We have 2 of them. We have patents around it. We've been accepted to the Mass Challenge this year. We've generated licensing interest. We won the business plan competition at Venture Labs in IE Madrid, and we were invited to the US Embassy. So this is some of the impact we've had. And this is the team we've done it with. I want to call out 2 people in particular. One is Peter Hansen, who's in the back, who's been a mentor to the team and a personal mentor to me for 2 years, and Alfonso, who is a phenomenal engineer, born, raised, and trained in Madrid. We invited him to Madrid, and he built our first prototype, and he built our second prototype. And he works in his father's bakery in the morning, and at night he comes and he would work for us. And I invite you to come meet him at our booth also. And so the impact of Team Cell is that we've built a device where we've generated patents on different aspects of it. We've worked with students, hired technicians, worked with different institutes, and we've exposed different teams to startups. And we've built a new cell analysis technology for a community in Madrid. So we want to say thank you to Madrid for this opportunity, and thank you for your attention.